We're in the kitchen with home economist and cookbook author Emily Richards, and something that is out in backyards and people may not even realize it. Thank you. It's rhubarb. We're doing all kinds of weird things with fans. Rhubarb fans.
We're having fun.
Yeah. And I think some people, if you're not used to growing up with rhubarb and knowing what it does, you may see it like by a compost bin or just in the backyard and go, what is that plant?
Which is actually a great place to grow it because it needs that. It loves that fertilized soil. Rhubarb, it kind of looks like a weed to a lot of people. And I didn't grow up eating it. And so when I came into adulthood and experienced this amazing vegetable that is used like a fruit.
I always think of it as a fruit.
And I think there's been kind of that love of raw. So my husband's family grew up, they break it off, dip it in sugar and start crunching on it. Not my favorite thing, but I know a lot of people out there love doing that. I love cooking with it, and in particular baking with it.
Okay.
Because it has that affinity with lots of other berries as well as a little bit of sugar, but you don't need the sugar. You can actually just cook it in a little bit of orange juice and enjoy it with some grilled chicken or grilled pork and have it as a compote, which is absolutely delicious.
Okay, we're making a blondie.
We are making a rhubarb blondie, and it is super easy. So if you love brownies, the blondie version is pretty much the same without the chocolate. So it has a little bit of a toffee flavor, which is wonderful. So I'm going to get you to get the dry mixture together, which is very simple, some flour, salt, and baking powder. And what I did is melted my butter and brown sugar. So this kind of creates that lovely little bit of toffee. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And this is what gives us a nice chewy texture for the blondie. And the sweetness of the brown sugar marries beautifully with our rhubarb, okay? And then I'm gonna get you, Annette, to add our egg as well as the vanilla in this one here, yes. And I'm gonna cut up a little bit of rhubarb. So the rhubarb itself, you can cut it. There's two schools of thought. People pull it or they cut it. I cut it. I've been very successful with cutting my rhubarb. And I find that it grows throughout the season. So I have it all summer long.
And can you freeze it?
Yes.
If you freeze it, should you blanch it first or just freeze it raw?
That's the great part about it. You can slice it and wash it, slice it, and then just pop it in the freezer. And I do it like I would do a berry. So I freeze it on a baking sheet till it's solid so that it's all nice and separate. And then I would put it in a Ziploc bag or an airtight container and then keep it frozen. Because you know what? Anything rhubarb in February is so delicious.
It tastes like spring.
It tastes like spring, and it's fabulous.
And it tastes like Ontario spring, right? Because this is such like it's a native plant.
It is, exactly. And what's great about it is when you think about as the season works, we dive into things like local strawberries. And again, that affinity for strawberry rhubarb is fabulous. So I added that little bit of vanilla, and I'll get you to just put our flour in there too. So this is a great kind of easy baking, great for a snack, great for tea. I actually love having that little bit of tartness of the rhubarb work with the sweetness. So this is got 3/4 of a cup of diced rhubarb. So this is fresh rhubarb. If you still happen to have some frozen rhubarb from last season, you can use it as well, but add it frozen. Don't let it thaw.
Don't, because it gets mushy.
Exactly. So I'm gonna add that in there. And
we're doing this a little quickly here because we've got about a minute.
That's right. But it's gonna taste delicious. You know why? Because I already baked you some, Annette.
Oh, like that. And then some white chocolate.
Just a little bit of white chocolate, whether it's chopped chocolate, if you need to use up some of that Easter chocolate, this is a great place for it. And then just in a little 8-inch square pan. You could do it in a round as well, because I love,
I think, delicious.
Isn't that little bit of toffee aroma just fabulous? And then this bakes at 350 for, it usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And you want it to be kind of a little bit gooey inside, and the rhubarb really, really helps with that. I'll give you all the tools, Annette.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm doing all the work.
I know.
And then you've got all kinds of different recipes here. We've almost run out of time, but where else can people get the recipes?
You can go to Emily Richards Cooks anywhere and find them, but definitely classic strawberry rhubarb crisp, afternoon tea, rhubarb orange loaf.
Okay.
And then of course the rhubarb white chocolate blondies, because a little slice goes a long way, and it's great to share with friends.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, my friend Emily Richards. So we'll get your links up on our website, chch.com/morninglive.